All right, good morning, everybody. It is Saturday morning, the last episode or the last Facebook live stream of 2017. You have to excuse me. I've been fighting this weird kind of illness thing that I've had for the last couple of days. Started off with sinuses, went to my throat, and then my stomach was like, if we're going to have a party, I should be invited too. And then my stomach started to send like signals to my brain going, we've got an evacuation situation about to happen. So it's been a rough couple of days, but I wanted to make sure that I was here for the last Facebook live stream of 2017, just to cover a couple things with you guys. So we're going to go ahead and jump into that here real quick. But before we do that, I want to give everybody a minute to hop in to this week's Facebook live stream. Again, the last Facebook live stream of 2017. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is Saturday morning. This is Brunansky's vlog. Good morning. It's Monday morning. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jeremy Brunansky with Brunansky's vlog. I've got my iced tea. I've got my iced tea. I've got my iced tea here. I've got the box office report from this weekend. And let's go ahead and take a look at one news story then that dropped this morning. We are live right now. We are going to cover Friday's box office. So for this weekend's box office, on these Facebook Live sessions, we do like to cover the weekend box office. So what does that mean? That means that this is pretty impressive, as you'll hear in a minute. And I'm not going to give any spoilers, so don't worry. In theory, that film should have done gangbusters. This movie is so much fun. I think the rewatchability factor is super high. Wow, this was actually a fun time. I'm on board. Sign me up. Game over. If you're watching this on replay, thank you. All right, let's just get into it. Number 5, number 4, and number 3, number 2, and number 1. All right, we are back. It's Saturday. This is the last Facebook Live of 2017. And you guys are watching Brunansky's vlog. For everybody who is watching this right now live, thank you so much. For everybody who is watching this on Periscope, thank you so much. And for everybody who is watching this on the YouTube replays, thank you so much. So we're going to go ahead and get into this week's box office from Friday. And then we're going to take a look at we're not really going to examine it very much. We're just going to talk about it and then we're going to move on because it's cool news, but it's not like anything that's like, holy moly, let's take 30 minutes and just really dissect this as much as we can. And then we should be good to go. We're going to get into my movie reviews from 2017, and I'm going to give you my ranking as to kind of like what my top 10 were out of all the films that I reviewed on this channel, as well as on the written channel for Brunansky's blog, which is different than Brunansky's vlog. So if you're a reader over a watcher, you can go check out all of my reviews. They are written down, and they are actually slightly different than what is recorded. So there's a little something extra that you get in the writing over the video, and then sometimes it's vice versa. But check them both out. Why not? So let's go ahead and jump into Friday's box office. As we always do on this show, we like to cover from number 5 all the way to number 1. And we'll just take a look at that and kind of see what you guys were watching and what you guys were enjoying over the Friday evening time. All right, coming in at number 5 is Ferdinand at $4,500,000. Coming in at number 4 is The Greatest Showman at $5,370,000. Coming in at number 3 is Pitch Perfect at $6,631,000. Coming in at number 2 is Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle at $17,750,000. And coming in at number 1, Star Wars The Last Jedi at $19,064,000. So I don't really think there's any surprises here. As far as I can see, it looks like from what these numbers are saying, as we spoke about last week, this was a Friday evening for families at the movies, which is not surprising, right? It's the holidays. People have time off of work. People are out of school. It's definitely like one of those moments like in movie watching where it makes sense that a lot of family movies would be in the top 5 because of how much time families are spending together during the holidays. So overall, nothing really surprising. Ferdinand doing as well as it is. Maybe I should actually see this movie. I don't know. But The Greatest Showman, Pitch Perfect 3, definitely not a surprise because Pitch Perfect 2 made a lot of money. So there's a lot of potential that was behind the third film in this this Pitch Perfect trilogy, I guess you could say. So, and then Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, big surprise on just how good the story was and how much fun it was in general with the action and everything else. And then Star Wars: The Last Jedi. I mean, hey, it's Star Wars. Star Wars is as American as Coca-Cola. So not really a big surprise there either. Even though I had some issues with the film, it's still a really good time in the movies. And apparently everybody else thought so too. And that's why it came in at number 1. So let's take a look real quick at some of the other things. And sorry again, if you missed the intro, I am fighting off, I don't know what. It started in my head, then it moved to my throat, and then back up into my head. And then my stomach was like, I want to get involved too. It's a party. It's been a rough couple days, but whatever. So if I sound a little funny today, that's why. You'll just have to excuse me so we can get through this Facebook Live together. All right, so coming in the top 10, I am very happy to see that Wonder made it back into the top 10 with $1,242,000. And then All the Money in the World, Darkest Hour, they both came in real close to each other at number 7 and 8. With All the Money in the World came in at $1,770,000. Darkest Hour, $1,744,000. So literally just a very small margin of difference there. And then Coco came in at number 6 at $2,828,000. So overall, a really strong top 10 as far as films that are for family or just Oscar-worthy films. So that's pretty dope there. So let me check the board and see if there's any questions or comments about the box office. And then we will move on to the next segment here. 1 second while I refresh. All right, no questions about the box office. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and move into just one news story that broke this morning. And it's pretty cool as a Star Wars fan, right? John Williams, if you've watched Star Wars, any of the Star Wars, you've heard his music just making scenes that would be dramatic, even more dramatic. He heightens everything. He makes it emotional. I mean, you could watch a movie. If you've ever gone online, you can find videos of clips from movies without the score, and it just takes on a completely different feel. And John Williams is one of these composers and arrangers and everything else that has an incredible gift for creating these melodies and these harmonies that work together to invoke so much emotion for a scene that we are able to hear and then just kind of process through, and a whole movie just blends together into something awesome because of the work he's done with these scores. And specifically, he's had a really strong footprint or fingerprint in the Star Wars franchise. And so today it was announced that he is actually going to be coming back to write the theme for the Han Solo movie. Now, he's not going to be composing it or anything like that. He's just writing it. And I'm actually really excited to hear what his theme is going to be for Han Solo. Because in my head, I'm having difficulty trying to even imagine what a theme would be for someone who is a scalawag, basically, right? He's a space pirate in a sense. So I'm curious to hear what that theme would be. Because if you remember The Force Awakens, Rey had a theme that was very delicate. The Force has a theme that's kind of in the stratosphere. If you saw the Last Jedi, sorry, again, sickness. If you saw The Last Jedi, in one of the worst scenes in the movie, when Leia does her space float thing, you hear the Force theme right before, so you know that the Force is about to be activated. So he just has this footprint where it just is so memorable and so powerful that I'm excited to see what he creates for Han Solo, what Han Solo's theme is going to be. And then hopefully we'll see that theme carried out in other ways too. We never know. So fingers crossed. But let's go ahead now and move into the 2017 year in review. So I went ahead and I took a look at kind of what we've done so far as a film community here on YouTube and Facebook Live. And I wanted to go ahead and just share a couple things with you here. Give me 1 second. Because I was going through and I was like, oh, wow, we did a lot in a very short amount of time. And I was like, we should probably talk about that. So let's go ahead now. And I got a graphic I'm going to throw up here real quick. Give me 1 second. Come on now. Here we go. All right, there we go. 2017 year in review is up. All right, so for 2017 year in review, the YouTube channel launched July 2nd. The very first video, which was a promotional video with me and Austin the dog, that launched July 2nd. So this channel is very new. It's not even 6 months old, really. And in that time, we've uploaded, and I don't even know if I'm supposed to share this information with you. I have no idea. I just thought it was cool and I wanted to share it with you because as a former manager, like whenever we'd finish a project, I'd like to go over the numbers with my team or with my managers and their team so that like they would know like, yes, we really haven't been working super hard for 6 months to not have quantifiable results. So I just figured I'll just share this with you the same way I would share it with my project teams or my project managers and their teams. And then like, there you go. We can kind of celebrate what we've achieved as a movie fan community on this page and on this Facebook live session. So in July 2nd is when the first video launched. So since July 2nd, we've had 168 videos uploaded to the YouTube channel. And out of those 168 videos, you guys have watched 9,472 minutes worth of those videos. So 9,472 minutes sounds like a lot. It is, in my opinion. That breaks down to 157 hours approximately, and we break it down even further to go 6.5 days. So what that tells me is at least 1 week out of the year, you guys have spent watching and sharing thoughts and comments and everything else with me on Brunansky's vlog on YouTube. So 6.5 days basically means Sunday morning you guys woke up, you either went to church, you started watching football. I don't know what your Sunday schedule is. And then at around noon, you know, after you finish up lunch and everything like that, then you went back to my channel and finished off half of that day there. So thank you guys so much. 6.5 days of spending time with me this year. I appreciate it and looking forward to even more time spent with you guys in 2018. Out of those 168 videos that were uploaded, you guys liked 323 of the videos, or you guys gave me 323 likes on the videos uploaded. So thank you so much for that. But more importantly, more than a like, you guys shared my videos 343 times. So that tells me that you guys liked the videos and then you thought this video is good enough that I should send it to my friends or family. So I definitely appreciate the positive word of mouth that you guys are giving for my channel in less than a 6-month period. I don't know if these numbers are like staggering or mind-blowing because like I said, we've only been doing this for less than 6 months. But hey, you guys shared my videos 343 times, which tells me that you appreciate what we're doing here on this channel, and I appreciate you for appreciating me. Also, the most viewed video in 2017 was my review of Coco, and at present that has 453 views. So you guys must have really liked my Coco review, so thank you so much for that. So out of all of the movies, or out of all of the videos that were uploaded, I had 70 movie reviews. And the very first film I reviewed was La La Land. And yes, that did come out in 2016, and towards the end of 2016, but the review didn't post until January of 2017. So the very first was La La Land. The very last one was Molly's Game. I wanted to get out to see Darkest Hour, but again, face, stomach, gross. Bedridden, not fun. So did not get out to see Darkest Hour. So the last film reviewed for Brunansky's vlog was Molly's Game. So we had a pretty good run. So out of all of the 70 films I saw this year and reviewed for you guys, the most forgettable films, the ones that when I was looking over my list of all the movies I reviewed was, holy cow, I forgot I saw that and I forgot I reviewed it. The most forgettable films for me were Underworld Blood Wars, Fist Fight, The Circle, and Chips. And if you're going, did those movies come out in 2017? They did. And you're right. They are forgettable. The most disappointing movies for me, the movies where I had like super high expectations or minimal expectations, but a lot of excitement to see what would happen. 2 films for me, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and The Mummy with Tom Cruise. Both of those films I walked in going, all right, this should be good. And I walked out going, I have no idea what I just watched. Most surprising films for me, I actually had a few of these. These were films that I walked in, and as the title suggests, I was really surprised with how much I enjoyed it when I walked out of the theater. And those films were The Founder, Victoria and Abdul, Hitman's Bodyguard, The Belko Experiment, Free Fire, Wonder Woman. So if you haven't seen any of those movies, I definitely recommend it. Each one, The Founder, Victoria and Abdul are more dramatic pieces. The Hitman's Bodyguard and Wonder Woman are going to be more action and fun. And then The Belko Experiment and Free Fire are a lot more violent. So all really good movies. Definitely recommend you check them out. Those were my big surprises for 2017. Now, the top 10 films of 2017, in no particular order. These are just the films that came in, and I was like, these are definitely, here's how I did it. I looked at my list and I said, which is different than kind of how I review films, but I may kind of switch up my review process going into 2018. I'm still undecided. I'm still working on stuff for 2018. But for the top 10, I just looked at the films and said, did the film accomplish what it set out to accomplish? And if the answer to that question is yes, did it do a better job accomplishing its goal than all of the other 70 or all of the other films that I saw in 2017? So if the answer was yes and yes, it made my top 10. So I hope that makes sense. So again, did it accomplish what it wanted to accomplish? And then the second part is, did it actually deliver better than the other films that may have accomplished what they wanted to accomplish as well? So some of these may surprise you, some of these may not, but you know, we'll have to wait and see. You guys can sound off in the comments below if you're watching this on Facebook Live, or you can go ahead and sound off on Periscope if you're watching this right now, or if you guys are watching this on YouTube, sound off in the comments below. All right, so top 10. We're going to give an honorable mention to La La Land. Again, I know it came out in 2016. However, I reviewed it in 2017, so I don't want people to get all like, that was a 2016 movie. Calm down. Pump the brakes. It's an honorable mention. All right. La La Land gets the honorable mention for the top films of 2017 for this guy. But let's move into the actual top 10 now. All right. Top 10, again, in no particular order. Movies that I reviewed, so I saw them and reviewed them. The Big Sick, Baby Driver, Dunkirk, Ingrid Goes West, Logan, The Belko Experiment, The Shape of Water, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, Wonder, and Coco. Now, all of these films, I think they set out to achieve something and they delivered it. Most of you probably aren't familiar with The Belko Experiment. It's literally just a movie. It's like a combination of Office Space meets Battle Royale. It's this company that kind of like gets trapped, and all of these people, it's a kill or be killed story. And it's just watching these people. It doesn't take place in America, but it's like a corporate American setting, like Office Space. And it's just watching these people go crazy and try and kill each other so they themselves don't die. It's an incredible film. It sounds super dark. It is, but it's an incredible film that's just, once it gets going, it is nonstop. It's on Blu-ray right now. I own it. It's back there on the shelf. You should check it out if you like action flicks. Super good. Dunkirk blew me away. I saw it on IMAX with the 70 millimeter, like just the landscape of everything, the colors. Like I thought it delivered the tension it wanted to. I thought it delivered the story it wanted to. I know some people are up and down on it. For me, though, I was blown away by this film. It just looked great. I thought the story was told well. They didn't waste any time. I didn't feel like there was a lot of unnecessary things happening in the movie to kind of slow the plot along or anything like that. Loved it. Definitely see Dunkirk. The Big Sick, probably my favorite comedy of the year, even though it is kind of dark because it, as the title suggests, it does deal with illness. But I thought this movie was so heartfelt and touching and believable, even though it's based on a real life story. It's still believable. Like when you're watching the actors play their roles, it felt like those were the real people, even though one of them actually is the real person, Kumail Nanjiani. But like everybody else in the cast just delivered on something that felt like it was almost like My Big Fat Greek Wedding. It just felt like just a natural family on both sides of the aisle. Loved it. That's also on the shelf. It should be on yours too. Check it out, The Big Sick. Baby Driver, again, this is the first heist movie I've ever seen that was structured like a musical. Edgar Wright blew my mind all the way out of my head. I was just like sitting there, I'm like, everything is timed to the music. The driving, the guns, the running, everything is timed. This is literally a musical without singing. Like it blew me away. definitely check it out. That should also be on your shelf. It's on mine. Go pick it up on Blu-ray. Ingrid Goes West. Probably not a lot of people saw this movie. Aubrey Plaza from Parks and Rec. She gave an incredible performance of just somebody who has no identity, that tries to create an identity using social media, becomes a social media stalker, and then kind of just loses her mind in this process of like trying to be like a fake social media celebrity, like, and just how she tries to build her existence around somebody else's existence. Like, it's so good. I don't think it's getting enough praise. I don't think enough people saw it. You definitely should check it out. It's a very good movie, and Aubrey Plaza delivers on a performance that I did not know she could deliver on. So check that out. It is a little darker though, so don't expect, you know, her character from Parks and Rec. It is a very big departure from that character. Logan, obviously, fantastic. Probably the best X-Men movie or movie in the X-Men world that's ever come out. It's dramatic. It's a tale about somebody growing older and finding his place in life. Also saying goodbye to aspects of his life that are no longer there. Kind of finding new purpose. Just overall, just an actual, well-told, brilliantly made film. Can't recommend it enough. Check out Logan. Shape of Water. If you saw my review, I love this film. Probably this film is easily my favorite film of 2017. And that was a really great way to end the year, was watching this film on the big screen. I can't wait to see it again once all of this clears up and I can actually sit in a movie without sneezing and coughing and ruining the moment for everybody else. I will be back in the theater to see the Shape of Water again. If you haven't seen my review, I will go ahead and throw it up here on the YouTube replay. You can just click that card. It'll take you right to that review. You can check it out and then go see the film in theater. Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle might surprise some people. You know, it's everybody's like, oh yeah, it's just a goofy action. It's really not. It's actually a really well-told story about what would happen if you were stuck in a video game. Like, they put a lot of thought into it. It is goofy. It is fun. But I don't think a goofy, fun movie should be like discounted from being in my top 10, because I feel like with the story they wanted to tell, they did. And I think they did a super excellent job telling that story. I walked out of the theater and I was like, I had no idea I was going to enjoy this film as much as I did. So if you haven't seen it yet, I definitely recommend you guys get out and check that film out. And then Wonder, again, I'll throw my review up right here. I adore this film. I'm so happy that it was in the top 5 for as many weeks as it was. I'm happy to see that it bounced back into the top 10. If you just want a great feel-good movie about just people and relationships and family, Wonder is it. Check it out. Again, click that card and it'll take you right to that review. Also, Coco. Now, Pixar always does a great job, but this film did an exceptional job with culture and with music and everything else. Now, again, in my review, I'll throw that card up right here as well so you can check that out. But it does get a little weird at the end where I'm kind of like, wait, is this the story? Is this not the story? But everything up to that point is so well done. And by the end of the film, it comes back to the main point of the story, which is family and kind of building things forward with your family and realizing an acceptance and everything else. So Coco definitely made the top 10. So definitely check it out. So again, just to recap, if you haven't seen any of these films, I definitely recommend you go check them out. And that is The Big Sick, Baby Driver, Dunkirk, Ingrid Goes West, Logan, The Belko Experiment, The Shape of Water, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, Wonder, and Coco. So out of all the films I saw, those are my top 10. Let me go ahead and hit up the board to see if anybody has any questions or comments about the top 10. Give me 1 second here. And then we will let you guys get back to your Saturday, because I'm sure you guys have plenty of things to do that require New Year's celebrations as we're getting close to New Year's Eve and saying goodbye to a very weird 2017. All right. No questions or comments on the top 10 year in review, so we are good to go there. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me this year. Again, just under 6 months with Brunansky's vlog. We've had a great first year so far. Very excited about next year. I hope you guys are excited too. Again, thank you so much for all the thumbs up that you guys have been giving me. If you like this video, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. But more importantly, I really appreciate everybody who's sharing my videos, because that tells me that not only do you like it, but you like it enough that you think other people should know about it. And that is super rad. So thank you guys for that. Thank you guys on Periscope for watching and checking this out. I hope you guys have a happy new year. Everybody watching this on Facebook Live and YouTube Replay, thank you guys so much for spending the year with me here on Brunansky's vlog. I hope you guys have a happy new year as well. And if anybody in your life at all right now starts to get the sniffles, put them in a care facility and stay far away from them, because this head cold thing that's going around is the worst thing ever. So just put them in like a quarantine. Just be like, get away from me until you're better. Treat them like a leper, like get them out of society. Like, this head cold is no joke. You got to stay away from them. That is my tip to you guys. That's my health tip. If someone in your life has the sniffles, quarantine them. We're not playing around. This head cold is not the business. They've got to go. All right, everybody. Have a great year. Have a great rest of the year. And I hope you guys have a wonderful celebration for New Year's Eve. And I hope you guys have a great start to 2018. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody back here on Brunansky's vlog on YouTube, as well as Facebook Live, for more conversations about movie news, movie reviews, and a little bit more. All right, everybody. I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Saturday, and we'll see you in 2018. Take care. Bye-bye.